everybody, it's Johnny and Deb.
Hey guys. Sorry, I'm filming back here.
Deb's my camera woman. So this is a quick little update video on all the projects we had to do. Tomorrow is our rollout date. We are rolling out of the Steamboat KOA tomorrow. And this is just a little video on some of the projects that we had, which included replacing 2 vent fans, fixing the ice maker and a water line that had a crack in it, the slide motor, the window in the Jeep,
and just getting the horses hauled.
And getting horses ready for their job this winter.
Summer.
Or summer, I mean.
Wrong season, honey.
It's been boom, 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 boom. One project after the other. But we are going to be ready to roll tomorrow. Woo. Oh, there is 2 projects that I didn't get to because I was waiting for parts. One is the slide, the living room slide that Deb is sitting in, the awning. It should be here tomorrow, and we can do that wherever, you know. And then the other one is a big mud flap, a hula skirt mud flap to keep debris from flying up on the Jeep. And that should be here tomorrow too. I was hoping they would get here and I'd be able to get them done, but they didn't get here in time. So, but yeah, this will be just a little video and I'll go through the little projects and explain a little bit. All right.
Hey everybody, Deb and Johnny here with Bound for Adventure. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, we got the window down and it is snowing here.
No. Correction. The window came down.
Yes. Well, I mean, but what I'm saying is the window is down and it is snowing. So yesterday we were driving. I'll let Johnny explain, but yeah, threw a wrench in the plans today.
So I had other projects in mind today. It's Wednesday, my day off. We left the gym. I closed the door and the window went down on its own, and I went to put it up with the button, and
this is what it sounds like. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't really hear it. But anyways, the motor in the window went bad. So we're driving in snow right now with the window down. I have the motor. I went to the parts store here in Steamboat, and they actually had it. I couldn't believe it.
So we had a trash bag on it last night, and I said, no, I'm not driving around with a trash bag on the window. Let's just take the trash bag off and suffer.
I'm going to drop Deb off at the gym, then I'm going to take the Jeep to work where I can work.
What a good husband. Thank you, honey.
Fix the window. I do have some experience with this window motor thing because I had to replace Deb's about a year ago. So hopefully I remember how everything went. And I just remember being a pain in the neck. And I also have the control panel that controls the locks, the windows, all that kind of stuff, the mirror. Because sometimes Deb can roll down her window and sometimes she can't. Yeah.
The old Jeep's a little temperamental, but
hopefully all these little fixes, eventually I'll get through the list and everything will be done. So okay. We're gonna cruise with the window down and it's snowing outside right now.
But I have complete confidence he will get it done because Johnny can fix just about anything. So, okay, well, we'll catch you guys up a little later. Johnny will film a little bit when he's in the bay actually fixing the window. All right. Just remember, guys, everything's better
when you're cold and bound for adventure.
Yay.
So the joys of a 19-year-old Jeep. Came out of the gym the other day and the window came down on its own. I didn't lower the window. And what had happened was the window motor went bad. So went to the parts store, couldn't believe they had this part in stock. And this is the old one, took it out, it broke, it broke bad. And put the new one in, got a little help from my mechanic buddies at work. The only real problem I had was the connection, the electrical connection. I couldn't get apart. And there was a little tab that I wasn't getting. And Lynn showed me that, and boom, the rest is history. All right, everybody. So, over the winter, well, in preparation for winter, I bought these insulation cushions that you stuff on the inside of the vent, or from the inside, to insulate the vent, because all you have is that plastic. So I figured I'd get these cushions and it would insulate it and help keep the motorhome warm. Well, when I took them out, I realized what they did is they trapped a lot of condensation up there, and both of the motors went bad from the condensation. So I'm replacing the old motor with this new motor and fan assembly. It all comes in one. I've already done one. It went really well. First I'm going to clean everything up. There's a little mold from the condensation being in there, so I'll clean them up. I'll take the screen out from down below, cut 2 wires. They come with a little crimp, with a little crimp connector right there. Strip the wire, crimp it, and 4 screws and you're done. The first one, like I said, went really good, and we'll have brand new fans. And I think next year I will not put the cushions in. Every once in a while I'll run the fans just to get any condensation out of the vent assembly there. The money that I saved probably in propane cost me to buy the new fans. They were about 60 bucks a piece, and got those on Amazon, and they were a really nice replacement. These are clear where the old ones are white, but I think they look really nice. So okay. Hey, it's Johnny.
And Deb.
Deb.
Bound for adventure, guys.
Bound
Welcome
for
back.
So another project here. So over the winter time, Deb came outside and came back inside and said, honey, is there supposed to be water gushing out the vent over there? And I said, no, there's not supposed to be water gushing out anywhere.
And of course I always forget to grab the camera, and the best, like,
right.
We should have videoed it. It was like a little waterfall.
So water was gushing out of here. You can see a little rust stain there. So what had happened, this fancy motorhome we're in has a ice maker, and this froze and cracked, and you can see, man, it's really cracked. And I found out later, this is the unit that sends water to the ice maker, turns it on and off, and it froze. And later I found out that if I would have taped over 2 of these vents, it probably wouldn't have got cold enough and probably wouldn't have froze.
But they don't recommend doing that because of fire hazard, and so we're not recommending you like tape over.
But all winter long we have it on electric.
Right.
It's not running on propane, so that wouldn't have been an issue. So next winter we will do that. So I got on Amazon. Love Amazon. Don't forget, guys, we're Amazon affiliates, so if you go to one of our videos that has an Amazon link, you'll get a little commission, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. But we're going to do a whole video on being Amazon affiliates. So I was able to get this part, and I want to say it was like $30, and I'm just taking it apart, trying to pay attention. I'm really good at taking things apart, but I'm trying to pay attention and put it back together the same. And this little water line that goes to or comes from the main water line actually had a crack in it too. So I was able to, that's the old one, that's okay. So I was able to cut it, and I'm gonna have enough slack in the hose that I'll be able to fix that at the same time I'm fixing all this. So
that's one little project crossed off the list.
yeah, and we'll take a little video when I have it all put back together. I don't want to bore you putting it back together. Alright, so this is the unit that I just replaced. Plug the wires back in, put this back on, and I cut out the bad piece right here and had enough slack in this line, and that's the shut off for the ice maker module that puts water to the ice maker. Okay, so I'm gonna go turn all the water on, make sure it doesn't leak. All right, so I turned this water valve on, that goes to the ice maker, and there are no drips. It is dry. Woo-hoo. Most of these projects that I've done have been pretty straightforward. The vents, of course, cut 2 wires, connect them, put them back in, take the old ones out, put the new ones back in, went really smooth. Replace rusted screws with stainless steel screws. The slide motor, which I'm going to take a couple pictures of here in a minute, straightforward, 4 bolts, cut some wires, have the proper connectors to reconnect those wires, and it went really smooth. So this, I was a little, it's you know, you don't want things to leak, but it went really well if you pay attention. And now you can take pictures with your phone of how it's supposed to look when it's done. As you take it apart, you can take pictures, and of course there's YouTube. YouTube will show you so many of these projects. So don't think you can't fix things yourself on your RV, because I think you'll surprise yourself and you will be able to. So yeah, okay, she's fixed. One more off the list. All right guys, that is the slide motor, the living room slide motor and the gearbox. Now they come as one piece, but when I was taking this off after it quit working, it came apart. I'm gonna get under here and show you the new, actually, you know what, I think I can just zoom in. So there is the new one. So let me try to hold this steady. On the other side of the gearbox, on the other side of that black plate, there were 4 bolts, 2 little hex bolts for the shaft. You take those off and they telescope, you know, away. Take those 4 bolts off of the gearbox, put the new gearbox on, slide the shafts back onto the motor or the gearbox, and then I just had to cut off the old plug that was on the old motor and splice the wire, put it on, plug it in, boom, it was done. That's all there was to it. Now the reason I think that motor went bad were the slide rails were not lubricated properly. So I got some good silicone slide lubricant, and I'm gonna lubricate these every once in a while, just to make sure it's easy. But now the slide motor sounds really strong, where before it was hesitating, it was creaking and moaning a little bit. So that motor should last for a long time, I think. So okay, living room slide motor project complete. So here's a little neat thing. This is the awning rod that you use to bring the awning down and put it back up. I put these little brackets so that thing is always right there. We've got an extra one in this compartment back here, but I wanted to have that easy to get to, and those little things worked out really good. And I did the same thing in this compartment with the big long hot dog stick thing. So it's got its place now. Now I got to pull all this stuff out, pull everything out, and make sure everything's got its own home.
Adventure. Hey guys, we're just here to pick up the horses from winter pasture, and they're going to be hauled up north for the summer to the Elk River Guest Ranch, where they'll do rides and kind of be dude horses again. And then of course all the mules, they're super friendly, they want to go too.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey. All right, so here we are, back up the Elk River Guest Ranch. The guys are home. There's Blue Burr.
He wants to go see his row.
All right, there's Duke. There's Duke and Blue. So this is pretty much the end of most of the projects. The guys are back at the Elk River Guest Ranch, ready to do a little work this summer. They work here all summer long.
Yeah, so they're
while we're off gallivanting, they're going to be working hard.
Oh boy, it's about time.
All
You've been yard
right.
ornaments all winter. All right, everybody. While Johnny was doing all the physical projects, I was handling all the insurance, this, stopping the mail, all that kind of stuff. I don't know which is more tedious, the physical or that. But anyways, we got it all done, and we are getting ready to start the adventure. So thanks for tuning in, and just remember, guys, everything's better when you're bound for adventure.
Let the adventure begin!
Woo!